This review is of Gorilla double-sided tape, and it's for securing items to smooth and rough surfaces, carpets, rugs, flooring, wood, stone, brick, metal, vinyl, plastic, paper, and more. It does not say how much weight it can hold on to or anything like that. It's extra thick adhesive for indoor and outdoor. It's well, double stick on both sides, obviously. And there's a limited warranty. But it's really kind of, not impressive. And this has this blue liner on it. And this blue liner is not easy to remove from the adhesive. So they suggest that you cut a notch in it and then tear it the rest of the way so that the blue liner is stretched. So yeah, there's that. And here are the directions for use. Now, I use this on a wooden box that I'm making, an anechoic box, which is for sound testing. And I did not do the notching thing. I just used my fingernails. And I found that sometimes, it says to rub firmly after you've applied it. I found that sometimes, because I'd rubbed, it was easy to get that blue liner off. But most of the time, it was quite challenging. Sometimes I'd end up pulling up the adhesive again. And sometimes it took quite a few tries for me to be able to get that liner. But basically what I discovered is if you worry it in the same spot over and over again, one or two things will happen. That'll happen where the adhesive comes up, which is a gray color, and it's kind of like a duct tape. So let me just show you. I'm pretty sure that there's some fiber in there. I don't know if you can see it, but it definitely, yeah, there you go. You can see that pretty well, I think. I hope. I'm going to hide behind my... There we go. You can see that there's fiber in here, so it's basically like a duct tape. And so it should be rippable, as they have suggested. But either worrying one little piece of it either results in the whole thing coming up, or sometimes, if I'm lucky and patient enough, well, I have no choice but to be patient. It's hard. It's hard to remove the liner. And that was one of three major concerns, really. I wanted a narrower tape. I couldn't find a narrower tape at the store that I went to. And so eventually I decided, well, okay, I can't find a narrower tape, so I will just cut it in half. So I used my folding knife, and I tried to cut it down the middle. Most of the time I did pretty well. Every once in a while it was not so good. But it is easy to cut with a sharp knife. But that was my first complaint, is they didn't have a narrower size. My second complaint is the liner. And my third complaint is I'm applying foam to it. This kind of stuff. For sound deadening. And I found that sometimes it didn't want to hold on to that foam properly, especially if that foam was in a position where gravity could get a hold of it and work its magic on it. So it took some effort for some of it, and it just not as sticky as I had hoped for. And that has presented challenges for me when applying these big old strips. You can see them in the background right there. When I'm applying these 12 by 12 strips of foam rubber, and they don't want to stick properly, it's just irritating. I expect better, and it didn't get better. Now, one thing I didn't even notice until just now, I was looking at the back and I was like, there's a hole there. So I pushed, it turns out that if you wanted to, you could use this as the dispenser for the tape. But personally, using this to dispense the tape, I don't really feel is a good idea. I think maybe it was, in there to help keep it in place. If you want it like that, maybe hang it on the wall or something like that. But I don't really feel that that's going to work out very well for dispensing the tape. And the reason I say that is quite simply because you don't want to have this in the way while you're trying to apply the tape. And I find that you definitely need to get close to the surface, and you don't want something like that in the way as you're trying to apply it, especially if you're doing a long strip. So, is it good? Yeah, I think it would have been much better had I been using a more full surface product than foam. Is it amazing? Does it live up to for the toughest jobs on planet Earth? No, it doesn't. Incredibly strong? No, it's not. It's okay. It does the job. I kind of wish I'd just gone to a different store, found the home department, found the double-sided tape that they normally sell there, and gotten that instead. Because I kind of feel like maybe that would have been just as good as this stuff, which was a little bit expensive for one roll, but not extraordinarily expensive. There were other brands that were much more expensive. But yeah, I'll give this a 7. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.